News.
And that is nightly news for this Monday. Thank you for watching. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Tano program. Apply at Matson.com. Cars Plus, where it's Hyundai holidays going on now. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime. Will it be a nice and sunny Christmas holiday for the Marianas? Plus, the governor now calling Guam's Attorney General out over plans to beef up drug enforcement at the port. And Christmas came early for children at a local elementary school.
Hafidang, good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Thank you so much for making us part of your day.
Well, in a few hours, we'll be celebrating the arrival of jolly old Nick, and no, not me, Santa Claus.
A good one. And to get ready for his annual trek to our part of the world, where America's Christmas begins, we check in with our friends at the National Weather Service.
Okay, Landon, jolly old St. Nick is making his annual trek. The weather's been kind of funky for the last week or so. It's been cold, it's been overcast, it's been windy, then it's been rainy. Please tell me that Rudolph doesn't have to have his nose on full blast that night.
Well, Rudolph will want to keep his nose on full blast for different areas of the Pacific. The weather we've been seeing here locally has been very seasonal. So we get these spotty showers, we get an isolated thunderstorm or two in the region. But the big story is the showers and the trade winds, and that's typical for this time of the season. So it's not so much a white Christmas, but it's that trade wind Christmas. And so we're going to have the showers linger through the region today, tomorrow, and then start tapering off on Sunday for a drier start to the week. Going to the satellite, this is the bigger picture showing the showers with the disturbance to our south. That's all pushing through this moisture from the trade winds. That's going to be pushing through Guam and the CNMI over the next 48 hours, and then it dries out. But what we're looking at for next week as Christmas comes rolling around, we might see a shear line drop down right over the CNMI. It might park just near or north of Saipan Tuesday into Christmas Day. As long as that stays to our north, dry, breezy, and fair weather for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day for Guam.
Okay, now you know, of course, little kids tend to sleep better when you get that nice rain outside. So Christmas Eve, should kids be, awoken by the sounds of pitter patter on the roofs that were reindeer, or is that going to be raindrops?
It's going to have to be the reindeer because it looks like it's going to be mostly dry Monday, Tuesday, and right on into Christmas morning.
And, hey, Landon, Merry Christmas to you guys over here at the National Weather Service.
Thank you.
Well, Guam's governor has some harsh words describing the Attorney General, who called on 100% inspections at the port.
Yeah, the investigation ongoing after the AG made some serious allegations of drugs slipping through the cracks at our borders.
I really think the guy's losing it.
A not-so-merry mood between Guam's elected governor and elected attorney general.
I think the AG is falling apart. And I think he's just going for headlines. You know, the Port Authority has security measures put in place. Customs officers are coming on there. They're boarding the ships. They're inspecting.
AG Doug Moylan alleges he has source information regarding multiple suspicious containers that entered Guam's borders. Among his proposal, 100% searches of every container that comes through the port. But Governor Guerrero calls that, quote, totally irresponsible.
They're saying to me it'll take 4 to 5 hours to do just one container. There's hundreds of containers that come on our island. Are you telling me now that we're going to take 4 hours times 100? That's 400 hours. The retail people are not going to have food on their grocery shelves. Our people are not going to have food at the table. See, that's why I say he's falling apart, because he doesn't think about what his drive for headlines is doing at the family side, at the table, at the restaurants, at the businesses, at the warehouses. Whole commerce is going to be paralyzed because of that.
Meantime, the AG continues to wait for a meeting with Adelup to discuss his 100-page proposal to stop meth from entering Guam's borders.
Well, every voice matters when it comes to talks of the future of our island's public schools.
That's right, especially student voices. One Brave Teason high schooler speaking out during a community briefing with the Lagu region. Guam Department of Education campuses are more than just buildings. Many are historically significant and hold deep emotional connections for those who have walked through their halls. It's why the discussion of school decommissioning has been a sensitive topic, especially for those who fear the future of the schools they consider home.
I'm from Teason High School. I just wanted to voice something as a student who has heard that perhaps my school won't be the one I'm graduate from. Just Teason High School is my home.
This young student at the home of the Titans voicing her concerns about the impact rearrangements could have on her school community.
My friends want to go to school to actually have a good time and to learn. Students enjoy their friends' classes and they trust their teachers and make connections. I just feel as a student, you're taking that away from us when you tear them apart from their second home.
In response, GDOE Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum and Instructional Improvement Joe Sanchez explained in a community briefing with the Lagu region that decommissioning high schools is not currently being considered, but nothing is decided yet. Still, there are ongoing discussions about realigning attendance areas and maybe possible accommodations for graduates.
If there is a realignment of attendance areas, there will be a discussion with families about the impact, and on a case-by-case basis, there can be some accommodations that are made. I can't promise anything, but it's not unusual for accommodations to be made for graduating seniors, for 5th grade students, for 8th grade students, right? So that really has to come up when the time comes.
Regarding the concern that teachers and school staff might lose their job, Sanchez says,
if the school is decommissioned, the intent is not for any individual to lose their job. They will be still employed in the Department of Education. They would just have to move to another school where there's a vacancy.
For the full community briefing, visit KUAM.com.
The Salvation Army brought holiday cheer to students at Talifofo Elementary. On Friday morning, their van filled with toys for each and every child made its way to their home of the Tigers.
Jonah Ginchaparis was there and has the story.
11 pipers piping 10, boys are leaping 9, ladies dancing 8, maids are milking 7, swans are swimming 6, geese are laying 5 golden rings.
5th graders and Miss Cecilia Guzman and Mr. Gavin Diego's class breaking out in song as a thank you to the Salvation Army for bringing gifts for the 215 students at Talifofo Elementary School. On Friday, with toys in tow, Major Eric Tamale, Guam's Corps officer, his wife Giselle, staff, along with visiting Divisional Commander and Divisional Director of Women's Ministries, Majors Troy and Annie Trimmer of the Hawaiian and Pacific Islands Division, made their way from their office in Teason to the home of the Tigers to deliver toys. Tamale says, considering the distance from where parents could apply for Christmas assistance at their Teason office, they selected Talifofo and Machinao Elementary School to receive their Toy and Joy Christmas Toys assistance, adding all they want to do is bring Christmas cheer to kids. 4th grade teacher Stephanie Conception says it was a heartfelt feeling to see the kids genuinely surprised.
Oh, my kids were excited. They're so blessed to have been thought about during this Christmas season. They weren't really expecting any gifts, but they were so appreciative of everything that they got from Salvation Army.
Standing anxiously in line, one by one, each boy and girl was presented a gift, their faces lit up with joy and delight.
We would just like to say thank you to everyone for all the donations that they have done for the community and the school, and thank you Salvation Army once again for supporting our students, especially at this time of the year when most people might not have anything to give, and we're just so appreciative of all the donations they have given.
Jonah Ginchaparis, KUAM News.
Well, a mom in California had a King County Sheriff's Office deputy come to her home and arrest her son's elf for breaking into their residence.
Yeah, Bridget Chavez has details.
It was a typical morning in the Rodzinski house.
I was eating pancakes, then I heard the doorbell.
Who is that?
I got it, and then I opened the door, and then I yelled Mom, and I ran away because I was kind of scared.
Come on in. Oh.
It was King County Sheriff's Deputy Omar Jackson responding to reports of an unusual visitor outside the family's home.
And I saw someone trying to break in.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's about that tall.
Leo, along with his mom, Anna, and two sisters, decided to check it out.
Hopefully you know who it is. Otherwise, he's going to jail. Let me know. Back there. Who is that?
Go in there.
Leo, who is it? Wait, shoot. Is that?
And it was my elf. My elf is magic and it can go through the chimney.
This elf has been creating a lot of problems for us this year. He did a snow angel and a bunch of flour. He tried to do a roast marshmallows over a candle. I was hoping that maybe Deputy Omar would help with his behavior.
What's he doing out here?
Leo insisted there had been a mistake. The elf wasn't a burglar, but one of Santa's trusted assistants.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I should let him go then.
Then my mom took it inside and put it in my sock.
He sat in a stocking for 3 days quietly after that.
I think he was scared to go back out there because another police person would get him. No more break-ins for Elfie.
Are you really feeling that holiday spirit?
Truly, especially with the elf on the shelf.
We were singing every Christmas jingle for every story, by the way, so. We're trying to make up Christmas songs too.
Well, we'll be right back. Maybe we'll have the full song when we come back.
This holiday season begins at Kmart, where every aisle is filled with magic. Discover the perfect toy that sparks joy and gifts that bring smiles. Kmart has all the ingredients you need to make your family traditions special without breaking the bank. From trimming the tree to filling your home with holiday cheer, you'll find it all in one place. Discover the magic waiting for you at Kmart, where busy families find everything they need to make memories that last a lifetime. Kmart, for the holidays, for the family, for the magic.
Super speed your life with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet. Get symmetrical upload and download speeds up to 5 gigs. Get started with Fiber 500 at $145 a month, Fiber 1 gig at $215 a month, or Fiber 5 gig at $299 a month. Plus, get 2 SuperPod 6Es with any plan, and a free EcoFlow River 3 and bonus welcome kit with 1 gig and 5 gig plans. Experience tomorrow's islands today with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet.
Holiday Familia. As the Christmas lights twinkle and the sound of holiday music fills the air, it is the perfect time to reflect on what makes this season so special. In the hustle of shopping and those long holiday lines, think about the joy in the smiles you'll see on Christmas morning as the gifts are unwrapped. While picking up groceries for the feast, imagine the laughter and love shared around the table with the people who mean the most. And as you trim your trees and decorate your homes, we hope that the magic of the season creates memories that will last a lifetime. This holiday season, we invite you to embrace the spirit of giving, because after all, life is sweeter when you give a little love. From your entire Banco Guam familia, Feliz Pascua and Viva Año Nuevo. May your season be filled with love, joy, and everything that makes life sweeter.
Well, getting into the perfect college is an incredible achievement for many of you and your family, but the process of applying can be often confusing, frustrating, and even stressful.
So we've enlisted one of our island's finest, KUAM Spark Ambassador, Gavin Duenas, who shared his own experience of using a helpful service to land him at the school that's just right for him.
From central Guam to the northeast United States, Teton High senior Gavin Duenas will be living his dream after being accepted to the prestigious Tufts University in Boston. And he was matched through the Questbridge service.
In Questbridge, you get to rank up to 15 of their college partners. They have 52 college partners, and you get to rank up to 15 of them. So 1 being, this is where I absolutely want to go, and 15 being, I still want to go here, but it's not my first choice. But I was grateful to get Tufts because Tufts was in my top 5.
As one of the school year's KUAM Spark Ambassadors, Gav shares the secret to his success with his peers for them to use in their own college search process.
I started my research early, so I really knew what I wanted in a school, not too big, not directly in the city, but really good family. You know, Guam here it's family. So I knew that's what I wanted, but I wanted access to a city because that's a new environment that I knew I wanted.
Gav is a young man of many talents and intellectual interests, so he's got a few areas that he might pursue for a major.
So I'm deciding between environmental science and economics. But recently, with the Giving Tuesday Spark Ambassador and then also being in Youth Congress, I've really been interested in international relations, public policy. So I'm still undecided, but it's a good thing about Tufts. You don't declare a major until end of freshman year, beginning sophomore year. So I have time to dabble in the interdisciplinary courses and make my decision then.
Questbridge connects prospective students with the programs that are the best culture fit for them in terms of size, scale, region, and college life.
It is oriented towards first-generation low-income students, and unlike using the Common App or Coalition, they give you a little bit more essay room, and you get to use your financial and tell more of a story. So it's more context than just grades and SAT scores and whatever. So I wanted to use Questbridge because you get more context into my life instead of, oh, this is who I am on paper.
And as his nature, Gav recorded himself opening the email that determined if he got in. So we asked him to do a reaction and relive the moment that sets the direction for the rest of his life.
I just woke up and I didn't get an email, but my friend said to just open the portal. So that's what I'm gonna do. But my laptop wants to break right now. It's not working. Wait, this is pissing me off, low-key.
I know, I was so upset my laptop did not want to work.
Wait, restart. Open. 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 I don't want to open it.
Is it weird looking back on it?
It is. When I really didn't want to open it because when she just said, I didn't get it. And I was oh man, I'm not gonna get it. And then I don't even say when I'm opening, I just click it. And then I left my phone. And then that's pretty much all there is to it. My phone's just looking at the ceiling after that.
And what did Mom say?
She was good job, and I was I didn't know I was gonna get in. She goes, I knew you were gonna get in.
The singers of La Voce, the Voice of Saipan High School, under the direction of reigning GDOE Teacher of the Year Yuki Shin, took their vocal talents to Tumon over the weekend, bringing the sounds and spirits of holiday cheer to locals and visitors alike.
Now, get this, the troupe did a tour hitting the Westin, the Nico, and the Lotte all in the same evening. They'll also be lifting the spirits of folks at the hospital, singing at GMH the day after Christmas. Look and listen, because their gifts of music are on display.
Great job to those students there. Well, get ready for another KUAM News special, this one highlighting the top stories of 2024. That's a wrap. It's the name of the show your KUAM News team is bringing to your screens to end out the year. On Tuesday, December 31st, watch as we look back at the top stories to hit our airwaves in 2024. From an historic election season to the games in Paris, 2024 was filled with highs and lows and impacted us all here in the Marianas. Watch That's a Wrap, top stories of 2024 on New Year's Eve at 6:30 p.m. following primetime on TV8, KUAM YouTube channel, and on Peacock.
And your KUAM News team is also bringing you something special as we head into the new year. Off the record, it's the return of the KUAM Podcast Network. Your Voice of the Marianas gathers at the Leo Palace Resort to look back and talk about the year that was 2024. We share our favorite moments and even stories that didn't make it on the air. It's just the start of more talks to come. So watch on Sunday, December 29th at 6:30 p.m. following KUAM News Weekend Edition on TV8, on KUAM News' YouTube channel, and streaming on Peacock. The KUAM Podcast Network presents Off the Record, where nothing is.
Now for your world at home.
Here's a look at local Santa as part of the PIC Hotel holiday display.
For 25 years, Cars Plus has been more than just a place to buy a car. When we opened our doors, our mission was clear: build lasting relationships and ensure every customer drives away with confidence. As a family business, we nurture our employees, passing down values of integrity and respect. We believe that strong values create strong relationships, ensuring that every customer who walks through our doors is treated like family. For 25 years, we've been driven by you and will continue to be for generations to come.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Jamaican grill, Jamaican grill, Jamaican grill. What's for lunch and for dinner? You want something good? Yeah man, serious food. Jamaican grill, Jamaican grill, Jamaican grill. What's for lunch and for dinner? You want something good? Yeah man, serious food. Happy birthday, D-R-F-E-A-Y. Jamaican grill, yeah man, serious food.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
In times of uncertainty, trust is what leads the way. The Medical City, your trusted partner in health.
Hi guys, thank you for coming.
Another one of our island's best gets a shot at big-time college sports and a chance to live her dreams. Academy of Our Lady of Guam rugby standout Ariana Mallin is taking her game to the East Coast and will play for Division I Sacred Heart University in Connecticut.
I want to play hard and represent Guam.
Flanked by the squad that got her there, family, godparents, coaches, teammates, and classmates, she accepted her scholarship, formalizing her role as a pioneer.
The most we can do as parents is really just give her the opportunity to progress in her future. Everything she's done has really been all her. It's really all her. Coaches, thank you very much for being there for the 4 years with rugby and as well as the team. We appreciate all you've done for Ari. And again, Ari, from here on, it's all you. Everything is pretty much all you. So we're really proud of you. Mom and Dad are proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Talafofo resident, two-time All-Island selection and Cougars MVP is excited at the opportunity, having selected Sacred Heart not just for sports, but because of her desire to ultimately become a dentist.
Of course, we're going to
gonna miss you. You're gonna go so far. But I'm so proud of you and grateful for rugby and what it's done for you. Giving you a really good opportunity to go to a really good school, not just for the sport and to play something that you love, but to pursue just your academics and what you want to do as far as going into medical school. So I'm just so proud of you.
So the journey continues for this exceptional member of our sports community. And good luck, Ari. You'll carry our island strength and pride with you every step next fall on the pitch and in the classroom. And we'll be cheering for you all the way.
I'm just proud that I can be looked up to, and I hope that they all get influenced to also do the same. So.
Half a day, I'm Ron from GTA.
And I'm Joe from GTA. And here's some amazing deals you can take advantage of this holiday season.
Our % off for a limited time while supplies last.
Not in the market for a new phone, but looking to get into Guam's most reliable network? Bring your own phone and save up to $300.
Or upgrade this holiday season and get a $300 credit with any new unlimited plan.
Get the best deals this holiday season
for you and yours at GTA,
where we start with you.
Island Cancer Center has the only state-of-the-art Halcyon Linear Accelerator, providing radiation treatments in the Asia-Pacific region. We are excited to be back up and running after Typhoon Mawar. We have been providing the highest quality patient-centered care for 14 years and will continue to do so. Why? Because we love what we do. Island Cancer Center, our family treating your family. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 671-646-3363.
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
'Tis a season of giving, and in this week's Giving Every Tuesday, our community is coming together to spread holiday cheer in remarkable ways, from toy donations for children in need to empowering athletes with special abilities. The spirit of Christmas was alive and well at the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation this week. Thanks to the Toys for Tots program, partnering with the Saipan Chamber of Commerce, Toys for Tots delivered hundreds of toys to CHCC's maternal, infant, child, and adolescent health programs. Founded by the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve, Toys for Tots has one mission: to bring joy and hope to children in need during the holiday season. These toys will soon brighten the lives of families enrolled in the Family to Family Health Information Program. Meanwhile, on Guam, Special Olympic athletes are celebrating the continued support from Costules. This longtime partner recently made another generous donation, helping expand programs that empower individuals with intellectual disabilities. Costules goes beyond financial contributions, actively participating in events like the annual track and field competition. Their involvement inspires athletes and underscores the value of community partnerships. And spreading even more holiday cheer, both platoons from the Guam Fire Department's northern fire stations made special deliveries to Guam Memorial Hospital's Pediatric Ward and Child Protective Services. Their thoughtful donations ensure that even the youngest in our community feel the warmth and joy of the holiday season. From toys to heartfelt partnerships, these acts of kindness remind us what the holidays are truly about.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
Coming up this weekend, everybody, Breakfast with Santa. Remember, he's got a really big job on Wednesday, so let's treat Santa to a proper island breakfast. It happens on the 28th, so make sure you come by because Santa's going to be kind of tired, so let's give him a good breakfast. Head to Tumon Sands Plaza, 10 to 12:30, writing letters to Santa. Let him know how much you appreciated the stuff he left you. Coloring, hair braiding, photo booth, and so much more. Get your tickets now. Throughout the holiday season, from now until the 2nd of January, if you, for whatever reason, are in need of a safe ride home, there is a service for you. The Safe Drive Home service is from Togi and the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center. It's absolutely free. It is island-wide. And if you need a ride, no judgment, call 787-9276 or 686-9276. Please make use of them because they are standing by to make sure that you get home safe. Shout out to those guys for doing such a wonderful job. And the Poingi y Familia Bazaar is happening. That also happens on the 28th, which is also Saturday. There's a lot of stuff happening on Saturday. 4 to 9, you can enjoy live entertainment, a rummage sale, and food trucks. Everything in one stop. Just like us, what we do right here on News Bites.
Now to your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutouts.
Which you can submit on KUAM.com.
It's Christmas Eve, everybody, and happy birthday to Lucille. Libby, happy birthday to you, Lucille. We hope you have a great day. And Tarsila Villagomez Guerrero, happy birthday, Tar. We here at KUAM wish you the very best. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
And happy Christmas Eve to you, Destiny Cruz Langus.
Christmas Eve to you, too.
Oh, what a year it has been.
Truly.
Yeah.
But we told you guys, though, that we might come back with the complete song.
Right.
So here we
came
are.
up with it. We're just going to go from the 12th verse. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. On the 12th day of Christmas, KUAM gave to me 12 anchors laughing, 11 community shoutouts, 10 local legends, 9 viewers calling, 8 festive features, 7 studio cameras,
6 sports recaps. This is it.
Okay. 5 tomorrow words, Hafa. 4 breaking stories, 3 top reporters, 2 weather updates, and a headline from Saipan's TV.
Merry Christmas from KUAM.
Yeah. Happy Christmas Eve, everyone out there. That's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz Langus. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
Catch Health, Home, and Lifestyle every Tuesday following KUAM News Prime Time. We've got you covered with health and lifestyle news each Tuesday on the stations of KUAM and our digital streaming platforms. Health, Home, and Lifestyle is brought to you by The Medical City, your trusted partner in health. Hafaday Guam, I'm Jason Salas, and welcome to Health, Home, and Lifestyle, where we show you various ways to enjoy life here on the island and how to lead a healthy and happy life. Here's what we have for you this week.
House to Home, presented by Remax Diamond Realty.
Okay, everybody, Merry Christmas to you and your families from all of us here at House to Home. Liz and Gina are here, and I'm Jason. One of us was severely tardy, and I just got to say, Gina, I love you, but the fact that you actually went out and tried to go to the store on Christmas Eve to find powdered sugar, you're certifiably insane.
Insane. Yes, certifiably insane.
So, Liz, I know you're going to make an amazing batch of cookies or banana bread or big
we've been,
of some sort.
Honey, I've been cooking up a storm. We did a large charcuterie board, and I just did my second one. I'm here at a Palomas and pajama party for my niece.
And knowing
so
you actually probably went and got the wood for the charcuterie board, too, and you probably
Exactly. And the kids went crazy. They started to stand around. They were waiting for that art piece to be ready so they can jump in and start eating.
Isn't it so much? Well, isn't it fun over there where you have so much variety of things to put on your art board, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Hey, man.
Jason, I wanted to tell you we had about 150 Casimiro family members at our family reunion in Fallbrook. It was so heartwarming to see family that we have not seen in 10, 20, 25 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All together in one location.
Wait, do you and Uncle John have have the Casimiro family reunion shirt? Did you guys make
t-shirts? Yeah. we definitely did.
Okay, next episode you gotta wear that shirt. You have to wear that shirt. Next episode.
For sure.
I love family reunion shirts. Okay, so before we get to the topic, I'm going to surprise the two of you, right? Because, New Year's right around the corner. Okay, but we're going to get through Christmas before we get to New Year's, right? But I'm just wondering because...
Grandma. It's Christmas time.
There you go. And you got grandma duty. So there's surprises around every corner on this week's episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So heading into 25, we know that fashion is that by its nature tends to, go up and down, it ebbs and flows, and trends are trends are trends, right? What are some things, ladies, that people can do for their existing property, right? Either residential place, commercial property, whatever and everything. What can they do to spruce it up to increase the value of their property in 2025? Even something as simple as, a flamingo in the lawn or a circular staircase or a outside kitchen or something like that. What do you see as really being hot in 2025?
We always talk about curb appeal. I mean, a well-maintained yard really draws. It gives people the impression that the owner is meticulous about taking care of their property. So a well-groomed yard, a well-maintained yard, plants, just a little landscaping around the property, planting different flowers. Those things make a difference when you drive up to the home to see the property. So, our locals here on Guam are really conscientious about maintaining their yards. And then, of course, there's a few in the neighborhood that may not be, but your property will definitely pop if you put in some plants and did some landscaping. I think that's the first thing to think about.
Okay, Gina, is Japanese grass still a thing? Because I remember Japanese grass in the 80s and 90s was huge here on Guam. Is that still in trend, in vogue?
It is, but a lot of people don't make the effort of putting in the plugs, and it's hard to maintain because weeds grow here. But the second thing that I could say that's easy to do and really creates a big curb appeal is, I know recently, after almost a year, we ended up water blasting our house again. Water blasting is something that you could do on your own. You don't have to get somebody else to do it. You could actually, everybody knows somebody here who owns a water blaster, or perhaps you do, but that's something that makes such a significant impact on your home, your driveway. So, doing the landscaping, putting in some trees, some shrubs, or just maintaining what you have is great. And then maybe water blasting it, that would really start off your new year great. Just do that.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
How deep do Pizza Hut's roots run in the islands? Through all the decades, we know what you love. Great taste at an even better price. Like our large one-topping carry-out pizza for just $15.99. You choose your favorite topping, pepperoni, olives, sausage, or any other single topping. Our $15.99 large one-topping pizza. Order online and carry one out today. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Are there any kind of...
Say hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Charlie, come. She says for me to hurry up.
Yeah, Grandma, hurry up. Okay, so that give. Okay, are there any trees that are of particular value? Because you can't go wrong with a coconut tree on Guam. But like, are ironwood trees going to be hot in 2025? Or what else is there? What are the big trees?
I think a lot of people would. Home Depot has a lot of plants, and there are a lot of nursery plants around on the island. And what do you call it? Champagne palms? Those are cute. And then you've got your little different type of palm trees that could accentuate your yard area.
You know what they used to have in Mighty, ladies, is remember the weeping willows? You'd find those growing every so often, but I mean they're kind of hard to maintain, but they make a big difference.
Yeah.
There's
I think go out and plant coconut trees. You know, we have 4 coconut trees in our yard. They're all dead from the rhino beetle. And I think, you know, it's taken a beating with the beetles that we have here. So yeah, go out there and plant coconut trees.
Yep. Our friends at the forestry division actually thank you too, Gina. So shout out to our friend Christine Camacho Ferrin. She's a friend.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always been partial to shrubbery. Shrubbery looks like really, really nice in your walkway leading up to your front door. Okay.
You know what our condo complex did to just spruce up the driveway. They got these huge, they look like watering buckets that they painted to spruce things up, and then they put in plants. They used them as planters, and they decorated our driveway, and then they planted a few, you know, there's some shrubbery that is like a vine that just thrives and it just grows. I can't remember what they're called, but there are different plants out there, vines that take up the space.
Okay. Gina, if I had to pick one or the other, what would be the best way for me to really get my property value up in 2025? A nice fireplace, even if it's an artificial one, or a good aquarium?
None of the above.
Really?
No. You know, invest in paint.
None of the above. Exactly.
Invest in paint, Jason.
I agree with Liz.
Invest in paint, do some accent walls, paint over the areas that have been manhandled and marked up. That definitely will make a difference. You know, just sprucing up and decluttering.
Okay.
Yeah. Inside and out, honestly, you cannot imagine. And that's all your labor, right? Decluttering is just your own labor. You don't have to spend a lot of money for it. Water blast your driveway and your house, and then you're ready for the new year without a lot of expense, because it's all about saving next year. At least for me, I'm promoting that concept.
Man, I want to get an aquarium. I don't want to spend the year painting, but whatever. I mean, you guys are the
well,
pros.
well, for you, Jason, perhaps the aquarium would do a lot of good.
There you go. You get two beta fish and everything like that. I mean, they're gonna wind up like eating each other anyway. So okay.
Well, for maintenance wise, if you got a big one, you'd have to worry about maintaining it, and then the pump and all of that stuff. But if you had a small little fish bowl, I mean, that could give some aesthetic, but a little fish bowl won't require too much of a maintenance on your side.
Okay. What about second to the last question, right? Gina, what about like those big jars that have like the peppers and the vegetables in them, like in oil? Are those still a thing?
We've been waiting here for hours.
That's more cosmetic.
Wait, do you hear Charlie? She says she's been waiting for hours, Jason.
Hours.
Oh boy. Okay.
And she thinks the jar with the peppers is a great idea.
Okay. Liz, final question. What about lighting inside the house? Track lighting, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I mean, there's a lot of things in a home. A lot of the lighting will be like the overhead lighting. If it's dark without overhead lighting, I've heard customers who are looking to buy, why is it dark in here? You know, your windows, opening up the windows, having overhead lighting. It shows better when you're able to have the nice lighting in the property. And sometimes they would have the little plugs in different areas that would give accent lighting.
Okay,
but definitely
Venetian blinds, horizontal or vertical?
I'd go with either. Everyone's different. Some of them like the vertical, some of them like the horizontal. But Home Depot has a lot of different type blinds that they could go to. There are different stores that have them available here.
Hey, tell you what, we're all about diversification in 2025. So here on House to Home, everybody, next year we're getting into interior decorating.
It's so boring.
And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas.
Grandma, drive safely, huh? You got stuff to do. Bye, Charlie. Merry Christmas to you. We hope Santa brings you.
Bye, Charlie. Say bye.
Have fun.
She's ready to make cookies, guys.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Liz,
Merry
Christmas. Liz, we're so happy you had a wonderful family reunion. Blessings to you both.
Thank you.
All right, Merry Christmas, you guys.
Bye. House to Home, presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
of uncertainty, trust is what leads the way. The Medical City, your trusted partner in health.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo's Select Care.
Half a day, I'm Claire Calvo bringing you your weekly renewal. Today I am here with an old friend and family, Say Camacho. Half a day, Say.
Half a day, Claire. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, congratulations on your latest win.
Thank you, thank you.
This past year, what has inspired you to keep, I know you've been fighting for a while and you're still in the fitness industry. What keeps you motivated?
Ever since I was just young, I've always been really active, not only active, but also like, I get my energy off like trying to inspire or make someone, or just bringing out the best in other people, like bringing out their best potential, and like I get energy from that. So I love seeing people succeed in the fitness world.
So here's the thing, you have such a pleasant, kind, calm demeanor. I mean, you even take yoga and whatnot.
Yes, love it.
So how do you balance out, like give us an idea of what your daily routine is for fitness.
I wake up at 4 o'clock every morning, Monday to Friday, 4 a.m., waking up. I always drink cold water, and then I get at least 5 to 6 miles in at 5 o'clock, get my meals in, making sure I'm eating well on time before my next training, which is at our gym, Spike 22, which we do our MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, grappling, wrestling, and kickboxing.
So all of that is in one day?
Yes. For Monday, I'll do my run, and then Monday nights are kickboxing night, so I'll be ready for our kickboxing night. And then Tuesdays, Jiu-Jitsu, Wednesdays, wrestling, Thursdays is our Jiu-Jitsu with the kimono, and then Friday is our MMA sparring.
So you said cold water. Is there a reason why you emphasize cold water? So is that part of your recovery? Cold plunges?
Yes, which I try to get it in at least once a week, if I can. But if not, yoga, I do it 2-3 times a week. That's very essential for me. Personally, I feel like the more I do yoga, the less likely I do get injured in all my MMA trainings and extracurricular activities.
So what even got you into MMA in the first place? What inspired you to start?
That
was like how many years ago?
I started doing MMA since I was 17 years old, right after wrestling in high school. And
so not everyone knows how old you are. So how long ago was that?
That's about, I want to say a good 14 years ago, 15 years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
so it kind of, you went from wrestling
into MMA.
Okay.
Yes, and then I just got hooked from it. So like, after wrestling, I was still like training in the village, and Kyle Uggan, who is our still our MMA coach and head team at our gym, he told me, man, hey, you're still training in the village, why don't you come train up at Spike? And I took his advice, and the rest is history. To this day, I still rep Spike 22.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's with your training.
Yes.
So it sounds like you do like a nice array of different, you don't just do one kind, you mix it up.
Yes.
How important you think that is, rather than just one way of routine every day, the same thing.
I feel like you have to, in MMA, you have to be prepared for everything. So like you have to have a good basic stand-up, kickboxing and boxing. You have to have a good foundation of wrestling to either control the fight of keeping it on the feet or bringing it to the ground. And you have to have some type of basic skills on the ground to defend yourself in jiu-jitsu, because you never know what type of opponent they're going to be giving you, and in the fight game. They might give you a boxer or jiu-jitsu or a wrestler or a judo guy. So it's good to have like a good 40 to 50% of knowing what different element brings to the table in MMA.
Thank you so much. I will see you next time for part 2 in this series.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo's Select Care.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito in a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken. Huh? Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Health Check is brought to you locally by Island Cancer Center.
So this program, this workshop that you guys are doing is phenomenal because obviously you guys are all exceptional members of our community. So first of all, congratulations on making the decision to want to go like to med school, you know, and whatever your motivation, if you want to help people that are suffering, if you want to cure disease, if you want to make like medical breakthroughs, if you just think like you look badass in a white coat, that's totally cool, right? But that's not an easy decision. So maybe just start out like, what made you want to become a doctor?
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of it was seeing family members, friends, kind of needing to leave off island for medical care. You always hear about like physician shortages on Guam and the need for medical care. So I think that was one of the big drivers, at least for me. It's kind of just seeing people close to me needing medical care.
Okay, now as a third-year medical student, what has the journey been like thus far? And having to study the way that you do, getting in a different mindset, and like really like interacting with, like in your third year now.
So my first 2 years was when I studied every single day. I still study every single day, even on vacation, but I think now I'm applying what I'm learning in the clinical field. It's definitely a challenge, but I think all of us are like very motivated and want to, like Mason say, like come back and make a difference. And I think that's a strong motivator to like continue on, even though it's getting really challenging.
Now, CG, I can use a analogy that our former police chief once told me here. Is he said, I can put a patrolman on every single corner on Guam and it still wouldn't be enough. It's probably the same thing for like physicians, right? There's always going to be a need for people to help, for compassionate people to like actually to help fight disease, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think especially, we see people are living longer. There's definitely a need for physicians through like for every single specialty. I think especially for Guam, we're geographically isolated. So having as many different specialists possible and present on island, I think is super helpful. Otherwise, we'd have to take like a 7.5, 8 hour flight to Hawaii or 3.5 to the Philippines.
And based on, your concern for our community and our island and everything, and how you guys want to see your profession grow, what is this project that you've now all like collaborated and all got together to really help people that are going to make that decision as you did maybe like, 4 or 5 years from now?
Yeah, so our group in total, I think, is 26 medical students, 13 medical residents, 5 graduate students, and then 5 undergraduate researchers here from Guam. I think altogether we're trying to build a capacity to create a system that allows more physicians to be generated, especially local grown ones. So we want to create a mentoring program to help those interested in medical school, help them through the process of applying, taking the MCAT, getting them into medical school. And then in theory, like the people that are residents or the medical students before them are also getting mentorship on how to get into residency and how to navigate that whole process. And then in a way it creates this like continuous circle of just mentorship and support for the next generation of physicians.
And how young of say like your target audience, right? Are you reaching out to? Are you looking at like high schoolers or undergrads or people that are kind of good at science but they don't know what they want to like do just yet because everybody's all into STEM? Or
I think our target audience is anyone interested in medicine. We do a high school outreach, and so if any high schools want for us to come visit, we will. We also do a lot of undergraduate like mentorship and try to like help them along the way so that they know the steps in applying to medical school, because it could be a long process and a tough one. And so starting as young as high school is a perfect way to get introduced to medicine.
And you guys, obviously you're studying one of the key elements of being an effective physician is empathy, right? And the ability to actually relate to like your patients. You guys have a undeniable advantage to be able to connect to young people here because you guys come from like the same villages, like what it's like to live here and everything. How are you guys actually using that to like really connect with the local community?
Yeah, I think at least for the advising standpoint, we're able to kind of talk with like face to face with kids that are interested in going into medicine. It's kind of finding connections between them, like, hey, like, did you go to this camp, or did you go to this school, did you do this activity? And we're kind of building these little connections and eventually like trying to introduce these guys into our organization to help and be boots on the ground while on island, while some of others may be in med school or undergrad in the mainland, and those that are on island can help out in any way they can kind of with the outreach. Okay,
well, one semester into med school, what has it been like for you so far, and what are you telling people about like just the experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's been busy. It's been really busy. It is extremely gratifying though, finally, kind of after all the years of high school sciences, undergrad sciences, taking the MCAT, and then now I actually get to kind of work with patients, learn more direct things related to healthcare. So I think that's been a really gratifying part of it, even though the work is a little bit tougher than what we're used to.
Now, I'm sure there's young people who like reach out to all you guys and just say, okay, well, you know, I wasn't, you know, top of my class. So, like if you guys were having me in one of your workshops, I'd say like, you know, I was never like, you know, top student, everything like that. Science was never really like a friend of mine and everything like that. What skills would I need, both hard and soft, you know, if I want to make the decision to go to med school?
I think that's a myth, like that you have to be the smartest in your class to go to med school. I think there's a lot of other ways in your application that you can excel. So like through community service, through like organizations like this, like showing that you're interested in giving back. I think a lot of medical schools are really into it, that aspect, but we can help you along the way, like improve your MCAT score, give you some advice to I guess boost your application if you don't think it's the strongest academically, but that's like not the only thing that med schools are looking at. So I think that's a great question.
And with the two of you, there's a long legacy of Guam physicians who have come from the Burn School at UH.
Yes, it's actually pretty funny. I would say a lot of my mentors here went to JABSOM, and I think a lot of yours went to JABSOM.
Dr. Bob Leon Guerrero. Did Dr. Erica Alford also go to UH?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But like Dr. Uggan, Dr. Munya Uggan, Dr. Mendiola, a lot of the physicians at GMH went to the same school we are. And I think it's a great opportunity going to Hawaii because the patient population that we serve in Hawaii kind of reflects the population here. So the experience that we get in Hawaii is really applicable to the patient population here.
Yeah, even I worked at GMH last year during my gap year, so I actually worked under Dr. Jolina Uggan and Dr. Paul Munya Uggan, both JABSOM grads, both Imi Ho'ola graduates, and so they were kind of like the major advertisers for JABSOM for me, kind of seeing how they practice, how they treat their patients, how they treat everyone like family and treat them like their own. That was something that was super motivating for me to go to JABSOM, and even after only like one semester, I can kind of feel that with every professor, every doctor that I work with, that kind of culture is being pushed forward.
Okay, now CJ, a lot of like youngsters like these days, and people are reaching out to like kids as young as like middle school now, and they're saying the goal should be to go to college, and you'll find the one that's good for you. Harvard is not for everybody. Stanford is not everybody's cup of tea. There is a school that's for everybody out there. Is it? I don't want to say is it easier to apply to med school, but you know, like how do you actually find the medical program that really suits what you want to do in your career as a physician?
Yeah, so I do want to add, you mentioned a little bit about like alternate pathways. I did go through community college in California, so like it's definitely doable, especially if you have a community college background.
Hey, I went to University of Phoenix, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But to get to answering your point, I think as you go through different medical schools, sometimes their mission statements all sound alike, but I think some important things to consider, like Morgan and Mason had talked about, it was like the patient population that you'd be working with. So for example, like in San Diego, there's a huge Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander community there, which is really neat. Every year we have the Pacific Islander Festival, so I'm out there doing hypertension blood screenings, and then I'm also connected in with like the entire Southern California and California like Pacific Islander community at large. So it's actually really cool to be able to work there. But yeah, I think there's a med school for everybody out there. Some are more focused towards community health, some are more research focused, like maybe Harvard or Stanford might be, but I think there's definitely a push from medical school admissions to try and get a wide breadth of students from different backgrounds. And it can be as little as like some people could be teachers, like that was some of my classmates' backgrounds.
Health Check is brought to you locally by Island Cancer Center.
All right, my friends, that's all we have for Health, Home, and Lifestyle on this Tuesday. Be healthy, Guam. Catch Health, Home, and Lifestyle every Tuesday following KUAM News Prime Time. We've got you covered with health and lifestyle news each Tuesday on the stations of KUAM and our digital streaming platforms. Health, Home, and Lifestyle is brought to you by the Medical City, your trusted partner in health.